Right. Again. Ah. What the devil?
Oh, scarabs. We often use them in traps. They eat the flesh of the bones of any intruders. Fantastic animals.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks to Critter, I can see enough. And what I can see, I don't like. Perhaps a little bit. Okay, they seem to really like it. Delicious. At least I don't have to carry it around with me anymore. The dung beetles can smell the dung. They're very excited. They're running back and forth on the walls of the hole. They're looking for a way to get to the ball. Run, my little workers! Go forth and get yourselves the mother of all dung balls! They're doing it. Together they're strong. However, not very clever. Let me guess. The Pharaoh's burial chamber is behind this door.
Yes, it is.
How do you open it?
You have to... Have you given it a good tug yet?
I guess you need to turn this disc to open the door. However, that's exactly what these two metal pins are preventing. I guess you... All right then, what happens here? A grate, and some kind of enclosure behind it. But it doesn't look as if there's much danger lying in wait for me. There are only a couple of skeletons on the floor.
What has happened to the basilisks?
I'm no zoologist, but it might be problematic if you don't feed basilisks for a few thousand years.
But the scarabs survived.
Yeah, but that's because there's enough shit in this world. A wheel in the wall. Judging by its position, I'd say it opens the grate next to it.
Quite right. We had blind slaves who cared for the basilisks. They were only allowed to open the enclosures when all others had left the room.
The basilisks don't need the wheel anymore. Something happened. And now it's been reversed again. Right. Again. Here. You might need this more than me.
Look to.
Right. Ah. Is this another sarcophagus or something?
No, that is a tool chest.
Quite a lot of work just for storing some tools, don't you think?
Lorem Ipsum was built with knowledge and these tools. We revere them.
Do you know how to open the chest?
You have to set the right code. It is yellow, red, red, blue, green.
You remember it?
Why wouldn't I?
Various hammers, a compass, a plumb line? Not very impressive. What's this?
That's just a standard time manipulator. You'd be better off taking the plumb line.
Time manipulator?
It stops time for a few seconds in a limited area. Very handy if you need to carry out work on fast-moving parts. But the plumb line will allow you to build things perfectly perpendicular to the ground. That's like magic.
I think I'll stick with the time manipulator thingy. There's some kind of lever back there. It's probably important. Nice. That could work. I wonder whether I could just pluck the darn prickly things out of the air.
Only if you're not too bothered about the poison they've been dipped in.
Perhaps I can snake my way through. I could go here, then there. You'd have to be a contortionist to get through the balls without touching one.
Like what, Book Nothing?
Here, take the time manipulator. But be careful, and don't point it at anyone.
Nate doesn't like puzzles much. Too much thinking for him. But whatever this was here, he appears to have solved it.
That's it.
Wow.
The burial chamber of Pharaoh Tut-Tut.
Yes, that's him. Did you ever see such an ugly fellow?
So that's probably the Book of the Dead.
Looks like it. Let's grab it and get out of here. Oh, sure, I am. Just wanted a peek.
I say, this is impressive. I don't remember us having anything like this. You built me, O venerable Tut-Tut.
Venerable Tut-Tut?
Yes,
You are Pharaoh Tut-Tut?
it would appear so. Hey, you! I say, help me get off this camel. King Tut is back.
Hooray!
In any case, I guess it's okay if we take the Book of the Dead now.
Where did you get that idea, mortal? I didn't get to be God King of the desert by giving my things away.
That much is clear.
The murals seem to have something to do with this board with the marbles. Perhaps a kind of ritual. Either Tut used to be much bigger, or the statue wasn't built to scale. I wonder whether there's something he's trying to compensate for. This tunnel is clearly much more recent than the rest. I guess this was Mortimer's way out of here once the stone ball blocked his way back. I'll have a look where the tunnel leads. If we'd known about this passage before, it would have saved us a lot of trouble.
Perhaps MacGuffin wanted to protect the tomb from tomb raiders. Or he wanted to have a private entrance so he could clear the tomb at a later date himself.
A board with 5, 9, 16 marbles that form a kind of pyramid. No idea what that is. Just look at it. Just sitting there like a pharaoh. Hi.
Greetings, my subject.
I'm quite sure you said something about the crazy pharaoh Tut-Tut when we were outside the pyramid.
I'm sure I'd remember that.
When we were coming in, you called yourself ugly. And I would never doubt the word of the pharaoh. You are crazy and ugly. I'd never have thought there were golems back in your day.
Of course there were. I invented them. How could we possibly have erected the pyramids without giant living stone statues? With ropes, sledges, and a lot of muscle power?
Whenever I hear a golem story, it always ends in catastrophe.
Oh, shush. If you deploy them wisely and in moderation, then nothing bad will happen. Our flowering lordum ipsum out there is living proof of that.
The Book of the Dead. You've got it. I need it.
What exactly are you trying to tell me?
Don't you think you owe me something?
Owe you something?
You'd never have got in here without me. I opened the pyramid. I opened the gate to the burial chamber with my friends. I even carried you around on my back half the time.
Do we know each other?
What are these balls and the board all about?
This is the Nim game. My favorite. I'm unbeatable.
Really? How do you play?
Well, one has to... Yes, exactly. Each of us takes turns to remove any number of marbles from the board, but only marbles from one plane of the pyramid. And whoever takes the last marble loses. Do you want to play?
Off we go. You start.
Well, I've won.
But only because you were lucky.
That's not luck. That is strategy. Superior intellectual stuff. You want to play again?
Not now. Perhaps later.
Very well.
Hi.
Greetings, my subject.
About this game.
Yes. Shall we have a round?
Off we go. You start.
That is... No.
Come on, you have to take a marble.
But that would mean I have lost.
Yep, that's exactly what it would mean.
But I never lose.
It certainly would be better that way. What would your people say if the godlike pharaoh were to lose against a mere mortal?
They must never find out.
You could bribe me with something.
Yes, or I could have you squashed by my golem.
A bribe? Excellent idea.
Aha! Of course. I just came up with that. What would you like?
The Book of the Dead?
It's yours. In exchange, you won't tell anyone that I watched the temple virgins when they were changing.
Agreed. Here, for you.
Thank you.
Take this.
Thank you.
Hi.
Greeting.
About this.
Yes.
Sure. Ivo, how about you have a little look around the place while the pharaoh and I are busy with the game?
Good idea.
All right then. How do I start?
Yeah? Players of the Nim game take turns to remove as many marbles from the board as they like, but only from one row. Whoever takes the last marble has lost. Sorted.
Ha! One again?
Are you sure?
Of course. You took the last marble.
But I thought that made me the winner.
No, it's very clear. Whoever takes the last marble, well,
Win.
but that would mean I have lost.
Yep, that.
But
It certainly would be better that way.
they must never.
You could
Yes.
a bribe.
Aha. What would.
The Book of.
It's
Agreed. The Book of the Dead. So what now?
Just missing the compass now.
To the Red Pirate.